Today we're pleased to announce that a state-of-the-art computer and a whole network of ballistics experts is now available to help us in solving violent crime and getting violent criminals off the street in Lexington. The system is part of the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives National Integrated Ballistic Information Network, or NIBIN. As a NIBIN partner, law enforcement agencies have the ability today to capture digital images of ballistic evidence and match them with shell casings from other violent crimes. And what this does is it helps establish investigative links that may not have otherwise existed. And as a matter of fact, we have already seen some success in using the program right here in Lexington. We're tackling the problem of gun violence head on, and in a variety of ways. From youth programs, our One Lexington initiative. Laura, thank you for everything. Laura Hatfield, thank you for everything you're doing there. Also, school improvements, and even sophisticated technology like this. So here to speak to this important ATF partnership and this new piece in our effort to deal with violent crime is our police chief, Lawrence Weathers. Chief Weathers will speak, and then Agent Lowry, and then U.S. Attorney Robert Duncan. Chief, there you are.
Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you, Mayor Gray. And again, thank you to Public Safety Commissioner Ken Armstrong and everyone from the ATF, U.S. Attorney Robert Duncan, and Commonwealth Attorney Lena Righorn. Lexington Police now has its own in-house equipment connected to the ATF's National Integrated Ballistic Information Network, or NIBIN. It's a large computer that takes very detailed 3D images of spent shell casings and puts them into a database of other images. With this technology, our Forensic Services Unit can collect shell casings from a crime scene and link them to other incidents, whether it's across town or across the country. This allows detectives to make investigative connections that otherwise might not have existed, putting us one step closer to getting violent crime off our streets. Lexington Police first started using NIBIN about 3 years ago, but that involved one of our crime scene technicians driving to Louisville once a week to use a NIBIN computer located there. Now we have a much quicker turnaround. We can make those connections not just in a matter of days, but in hours. We are excited and grateful to the ATF for providing NIBIN equipment. This technology works by helping solve violent crime. In addition to our forensic services personnel who spent 2 weeks training on this system at the NIBIN Correlation Center, Lexington Police has also created a dedicated position specifically for following up on ballistic leads. This investigator works with detectives in the intelligence unit, the robbery homicide unit, and with the ATF personnel to identify shooters and their sources of gun crimes. The NIBIN equipment is a useful resource, but equipment alone won't put a stop to gun violence. It takes a team of people working together, and that's what you see here today. From the city, the ATF, and federal and local prosecutors. Now I'd like to welcome to the podium Stuart Lowry, Special Agent in charge of the ATF's Louisville Division.
Good afternoon. Excuse me. Good afternoon. Again, Stuart Lowry, Special Agent in charge with ATF Louisville Division. And I just want to say how much we appreciate the strong support from Lexington Police Department and the other partners that you see here with us today that help make this NIBIN program in Lexington a reality. Used in a timely manner, this technology can provide critical leads for law enforcement investigating violent crimes. NIBIN has the ability to link shootings to other shootings and to link recovered crime guns to shooting scenes. Our law enforcement partners are already finding out how effective this tool can be in disrupting the shooting cycle and making our communities safer. I'd like to just add a little bit of information about the NIBIN program for those of you that may not be familiar with it. Before I do that, I just want to echo what's been said about the partnerships. What you see here represented today is a small piece of the working groups that are involved with this program here. Lexington PD has been a great partner. This is not a test drive. This equipment is here based on the existing relationships that we have and the success that Lexington PD has already had, as Chief mentioned, using borrowed time on another agency's equipment over in Louisville. They've demonstrated their commitment, their dedication, and they've been using all of the best practices of the program to have the success so far. That made it an easy situation for ATF to place this equipment here and continue the partnership and continue and enhance the success that we're already having. Success in this program means reducing violent crime. It means identifying and arresting shooters out on the street that are committing those violent crimes, and we're doing that together here now. Since 1999, the NIBIN program has had over 3.3 million items entered into the databases for comparison on shootings and other violent crimes, and more than 110,000 hits or leads generated from that data. There's 4 critical steps as part of the NIBIN program, again, which Lexington PD has, from day one, has participated in and carried through on. Comprehensive collection and entry. Again, they've been comprehensive in their efforts on the street, collecting shell casings from scenes, test firing the guns that they recover through the normal course of business. Timely turnaround. Again, as he said, even when they had to drive some distance to get access to the equipment, they were staying within a week and keeping up with the program. The next part of the turnaround is investigative follow-up. They've been aggressive and working it again as part of a joint multi-agency effort to follow up on the investigative leads that are generated through the NIBIN program. And again, the partnership that you see here with us, both state and federal prosecutors, to follow through on those cases. Nationally, right now, there are approximately 175 NIBIN sites. Last week, the Attorney General announced ATF and DOJ partnership with many state and local agencies around the country, adding 22 additional sites, including right here in Lexington. In 2017, there were over 100,000 casings from crime scenes that were entered into the NIBIN database, 181,000 test fires from guns recovered by law enforcement, and over 53,000 leads generated. So again, it's a proven technology. ATF and our partners in various state and local agencies, including Lexington PD, are carrying the mission out using NIBIN and solving cases, reducing violent crime. And we'll be happy to take some questions later if you have them. Thank you. Thank you.
At this time, I'd like U.S. Attorney Rob Duncan to speak.
Thank you, Chief. Good afternoon. I'm Rob Duncan. I'm the United States Attorney for the Eastern District of Kentucky. As you all are aware, reducing violent crime is a core priority for the Department of Justice and for the U.S. Attorney's Office for the Eastern District of Kentucky. Our overall goal is to reduce crime, and especially including violent crime. Our goal is not to fill up the prisons, but rather to remove those violent offenders, those most violent offenders, from our streets and to make our communities safer. The NIBIN machine that you've heard Chief Weathers and Special Agent Lowry discuss is an important tool that we can use and engage in our fight against violent crime. It is part of our overall, the use of the NIBIN machine is part of our overall Project Safe Neighborhood strategy, which is based on partnerships. Those partnerships are evidenced by the member agencies. Many are represented here today, particularly the Lexington Police Department, ATF, the local Commonwealth Attorney's Office, and many other agencies that play a role in our fight to reduce violent crime. We are proud to be a part of those partnerships. We are certainly supportive of the efforts of the police department and ATF and are looking forward to continuing those relationships going forward. Thank you.